someone wants to go with me. Who? Yang Kai frowned. He hadn't heard any news beforehand. Jiu Jianxin looked aside. Yang Kai followed his gaze, and saw three familiar faces. Young Master Yang. Yu Shi came slowly, standing still not far away. Big Brother Yang. He Zhao and He Miao also shouted crisply. Yang Kai looked at Jiu Jianxin, who shrugged his shoulders and said with a smile, I have expelled them from the Sword Union. As the Unioned Young Master, I still have this right. Yang Kai's expression was moved. Then I asked them what they plan to do in the future. They said they want to follow you, but they don't know if you want to take them in. Jiu Jianxin added with a grin. Brother Gu's kindness, this young, thank you very much, Yang Kai said sternly. With his shrewdness, why can't he tell that Jiu Jianxin was doing him a favor? After all, he was on Azure Tree Star and he was alone without any family member. Although he was strong, there were some things that were not convenient to deal with in person, and there was no competent manpower to assist. But if the three master and disciple of Yu Shi followed him, the situation would be different. Some complicated and trivial matters can be left to them. If it is inconvenient for him to come forward, he can also let them do the work. It also eliminates the embarrassing situation that the three master and disciple Yu Shi may encounter in the Sword Union in the future. As Yang Kai said before, after the Qinkayang incident, the three master and disciple Yu Shi will find it difficult to gain a foothold in the Sword Union. No matter where they go, they will be charged with ungratefulness, and they will inevitably be pointed out by others. Now that they have been expelled from the Sword Union, this will naturally not happen again. Jiu Jianxin was considerate. It can also be said that he tried his best to make a good impression to Yang Kai. That is why this matter was promoted. This kindness to him, Yang Kai naturally had no reason to refuse. He looked up at the three master and disciple of Yu Shi, and asked solemnly, are you willing to follow me? As long as the young master is willing to take us in, Yu Shi is willing to do what she can do. Yu Shi quickly replied. We are willing to. The two sisters said in unison. Well, from now on, you'll follow me. Yang Kai nodded. Thank you, young master. Yu Shi gave a salute, her face overflowing with joy. Little brother, Luo Lan kept standing next to him, until this time she interjected, as for the space spirit crystal you need. For the time being, I can't get too much of it, but I will try to collect it. After a while, how about I send it to you? Then there will be work for Senior. Before Yang Kai had selected Double Shark Island as his site, he asked Jiu Jianxin and Luo Lan to purchase a large number of space spirit crystal, but this thing is really scarce. Luo Lan will not find much in a short time. But with her promise, Yang Kai can still get some sooner or later. After that, Yang Kai took the three master and disciple of Yu Shi to utilize the Star Shuttle and left the Azure Tree Palace. Jiu Jianxin and others watched Yang Kai go far away, before returning. Going to Double Shark Island. Even if you use the space law formation on Azure Tree Star, it will take half a month. Fortunately, Yang Kai had the token given by Luo Lan, and with this token, the space law formation of the major cities were all open to Yang Kai. Following the route set by Luo Lan for him, Yang Kai continued to use one space law formation after another. Finally, in less than half a month, he came to Double Shark Island. Although Double Shark Island is remote, but there is also a space law formation that connects with the outside world. When the figures of Yang Kai and others appeared in the space law formation, the cultivators who were responsible for guarding the place immediately stepped forward and looked at them up and down. Routinely asked, you guys come to Double Shark Island, what do you want to do? Yang Kai glanced at him and found that this person was only a martial artist of the Third Order Saint King stage, and the remaining martial artists who were responsible for guarding the place were not very strong. From the level of these cultivators, it can be inferred that the total strength of the entire Double Shark Island should not be strong. He did not answer, but took out the token given by Luo Lan and shook it in front of the cultivator. What is this? The cultivator's eyes widened, with a blank expression on his face. Don't you know? Yongkai frowned. Well, since you don't even know this, what is your island master's name and where is he? Take me to see him. The cultivator was shocked by Yongkai's aggressive and domineering attitude. Although he didn't recognize what the token represented, he also faintly guessed that Yongkai seemed to have a lot of background. The carelessness before immediately converged. He replied suspiciously, the island master name is Zhu Liang. Dared ask where the friends come from and how do you know the island master? Yongkai didn't answer, but Yushi snorted coldly. You can also ask about the identity of my young master. Hurry up and lead the way. While speaking, she inadvertently released her Shi potential field. The cultivator immediately changed his complexion, realizing that these men and 3 women were not something he could compete with, so he quickly made a gesture of inviting and led the way. This is the advantage of having subordinates. Yushi can adopt a posture of bullying to raise Yongkai's identity and status and avoid some complicated inquiries. Yongkai cast an approving look at Yushi, who pursed her lips and smiled. Zhu Liang, the island master of Double Shark Island, is not very strong. He only has the cultivation level of first order void return stage. On such a remote island, it is difficult to have some powerful cultivators. After Yongkai showed the token and Luo Lan's letter, Zhu Liang immediately surrendered to the ground, respecting Yongkai as his master. The Double Shark Island was taken over so smoothly, which made Yongkai very satisfied. Well, you will still be the island master in the future. How you managed the Double Shark Island in the past, you can do the same in the future. I will not interfere more. If you need to report anything, just tell Lady Yu, she will convey it to me. Yes. It seemed that he was aware that Yongkai spoke very well, so Zhu Liang gradually became less nervous. Island Master Zhu. Subordinate is here. Zhu Liang responded quickly. I dare not be called the Island Master. The Lord can call Zhu Liang's name directly in the future. Yongkai nodded lightly. Tell me, what's the situation on this Double Shark Island? Yes. Zhu Liang pondered for a while, seeming to be sorting out his words, and after a while, he said, Double Shark Island covering an area of about 100,000 li. The world's spiritual energy is not bad, only produced the lack of supplies. Today, there are about 200,000 permanent residents on the island. The level of cultivation is generally not high, and the subordinate are not talented. Although it is only the first order void return stage, it can be regarded as the strongest on Double Shark Island. Now, in addition to the subordinate, there are 3 other void return stage, who are the Vice Island Master and Elder on the island. The subordinates have set up an Elder Assembly to jointly manage Double Shark Island with several elders. 500,000 li east of Double Shark Island, there is a city near the sea, and the Double Shark Island space law formation is connected to that city. The distance of dozens to millions of li to the west and south, there are several other islands. The situation is roughly the same as that of Double Shark Island. The relationship between the islands is fairly peaceful. There are occasional contacts. The biggest danger here is the sea beasts. Every time a sea beast attack, many people will die, but if there are the Lord here, I hope that Double Shark Island will be much more peaceful and safer in the future. While introducing, Zhu Liang also flattered Yongkai without leaving a trace. Yongkai looked calm and indifferent. Zhu Liang continued, the biggest output of Double Shark Island and the nearby islands is the inner core of sea beasts. Every year, many foreign cultivators come to Double Shark Island to hunt sea beast. After half an hour of questioning, Yongkai had a little understanding of the situation on Double Shark Island. Overall, he is still very satisfied with this place, which is very suitable for his next plan. It's just that he have to choose a place here before the plan can be implemented. Yongkai decided to investigate it himself. After letting Zhu Liang go, Yongkai greeted the 3 Yushi master and disciple, and then utilized the Star Shuttle alone to investigate the terrain of Double Shark Island. This investigation took him 8 days of work and went around the entire Double Shark Island. In the end, Yongkai chose an area in the southeast, which is close to the sea and the scenery is good. The most important thing is that there is a large open space with few traces of cultivators. Yang Kai found Zhu Liang again and asked him to recruit some cultivators from Double Shark Island to build a palace for Harem in that place. He will naturally not let others work in vain, and will pay the Saint Crystal as a reward. How could Zhu Liang refuse such a good thing? Even if Yang Kai doesn't pay Saint Crystal, he will do it appropriately for Yang Kai, let alone after Yang Kai being so reasonable. There were 200,000 people on Double Shark Island. Zhu Liang gave an order and recruited 1,000 people casually to start construction work in the area chosen by Yang Kai. The cultivators started their hands, and the speed was naturally incredibly fast. Within half a month of effort, a magnificent palace with an area of more than 10 li was completed. Zhu Liang even paid out of his own pocket and added some furniture and decorations to the palace. It wasn't until this time the Yang Kai moved in with Yu Zai's trio. The palace is very large, and it looks very quiet with only 4 people. The 3 Yushi master and disciple didn't know why Yang Kai built such a huge palace here, and it is not so easy to ask him. They just followed Yang Kai obediently and served him with all their hearts. It was night. Yang Kai called them into his room. The young master called us over. What's the order? Yushi asked suspiciously. Nothing big, just sit down. Yang Kai stretched out his hand to signal. After they were seated, he said, since you have chosen to follow me in the future, then I will not treat you badly. Let's put it this way, I have a sect called High Heaven Sect. I am the sect master, and the headquarter is on a very distant cultivation star. Are you willing to join the High Heaven Sect? The 3 master and disciple looked at each other, then looked at Yang Kai, barely thinking, and nodded together. Naturally, I am willing. Then, from now on, you will also be members of the High Heaven Sect. Yang Kai smiled and said, the sect headquarter is a long way away. It will be a while before you have the chance to go there, but rest assured, one day, I will take you to see High Heaven Sect. It will not be too weak in the future. To be continued.